North Point employee to Teeter West Delay instead of Mississippi Private School Association.
Travel money. We've already tried.
Why does Teeter West Delay let them on one?
Good evening, Eagle fans. Thank you for joining us. Make sure we're on. Did we hit our button over there? Yeah, we're live. We're live on Legends Field tonight on the campus of ECS as the ECS Eagles open the 2019 season against the Christ Presbyterian Lions out of Nashville, Tennessee. Britton Wilkins, 3 years in a row we're running here, so thanks for being on the team. It's a lot of fun.
Can't believe it's already been 3 years.
It's amazing how fast it's
Seems
gone
like
by.
I said I would maybe try this out for 3 games, and now it's 3 years. What happened?
I guess we like it too much.
I guess we do.
And we've been allowed to take part, which is a lot of fun. Coaches have given us a lot of flexibility. So
We've already been through a coaching change.
We have.
We have survived. We've been here longer than some of the
That's
coaches.
Right. We have. We got the defending state champions in town tonight, kind of a nightly event. We've had soccer earlier today. CPS beat the Lady Eagles 3-0. Great game. CPS defending state champions also in the girls soccer this year. So 2 back-to-back state champions in town tonight. Eagles have their hands cut out. CPA has lost 31 players last year, so not returning as many as the Eagles. Eagles returning 14 starters, 16 seniors, 14 returning starters this year.
Yeah, Clayton, this CPA team was 12-0 last year, state champions, and had some really impressive wins with the BGA 41-21 in the state title game, and then beat Lausanne 21-14 in the semifinals. Obviously that Lausanne team was the same team that we faced twice and had opportunities to beat them,
right,
but weren't able quite to finish it last year. So great team they had last year. You're right. The big question is, what is it going to look like this year with all the players they had leaving? So there's a lot of questions, especially on their front, really more questions for them. But then when you take in the fact that we had a coaching change at the top, still Trey Adams on that staff, Jonas Rodriguez staff last year, and then most of the coaches stayed, which I think is a great testament to Coach Adams.
That's right.
And a great start because these players are familiar with those coaches. But there are some questions for the Eagles since we're under a new head coach.
Why don't we run through those coaching, not really changes, but some new guys if you want to. I know we've got, like you said, Coach Scott Vogel. He's back on the defensive secondary. You got Coach Ben Todd. He's back at the defensive line. Got Coach Manuel Burton doing tight ends. He's actually going to be upstairs tonight. He'll be calling some of the offense with Coach Adams. You've got Coach Jim Hines, new this year, your old coach.
Coach Hines is a favorite here, well known by this community. Coached both baseball and football to state championships in both sports. So he's well known to this community, and I'm just delighted to see him out on the field.
Yeah.
Great to see him back. Really connects well with kids, so it's great to have him back on campus. I appreciate Coach Adams and Braxton Brady getting him back here and involved. He's
good.
just a beloved figure on this campus.
He's going to be quarterback's coach mainly, so that's kind of where he is, more of an offensive mind.
Hardy Buck
moved from receivers to now inside linebackers. We had Coach Daniel Holmes move up from middle school. He's now going to be the outside linebacker coach. In place of Coach Buck at receivers, Coach Taylor Powers comes over this year. Kind of came over with Coach Hines, I believe, kind of a package deal maybe.
Taylor's father coached here at one point, Carly Powers.
That's right. So, and I think that is it. We'll think of anybody else have I missed.
Well, I'll check my list. I didn't bring my list over here with me.
I'm pretty sure that's
my list is over there.
Coach Ruvacaba.
Coach Ruvacaba back.
Running backs coach. Coach, we got, and also assistant on the line, your old
Coach Williford.
Coach Williford, yes, that's right, Coach Williford. Gosh, can't leave him out. And your buddy, Coach Doc.
Doc McKenzie.
Doc McKenzie's back.
I haven't seen Doc. He's back.
He's back. He is. He's here for his second year.
Doc McKenzie, I said it last year, was the one guy that was bigger than me that I could run behind. So all the other linemen were about the same size.
He was an all-state player.
Doc was a great offensive lineman, and
So anyway, if we kind of focus on the Eagles, because that's what it's going to be tonight. If we win this game, it's going to be what we're able to do. Our bread and butter last year has been running the football. That has been stressed this preseason. We've got to run the football. That's going to open up the play-action passing game for Jacob Hatcher. You'll see Hatcher no longer splitting quarterback role. Last year he split that with Joseph Welch. He will be the one-man show tonight. We've got to get a big game out of him. We're going to get into some player development in a minute, but running the ball, talk about a little bit about running backs. that we've got back.
Yeah, so Coach Adams really said he has 5 guys that can run the ball this year. Yeah, McMeans is going to be your primary role running back, which you would think of, the man running downfield. What I was really impressed with McMeans last year was how well he developed throughout the season and how he was able to really – it seemed like he had a burst of speed once he got through the line that I didn't see as much. So I really felt like he developed a lot last year. Jalen Greenwood will be the other primary running back, and I think you could probably see a 2-to-1 ratio, McMeans being that primary guy. But Jalen has phenomenal speed. So you know the key is to get Jalen the ball outside and give him a little room to run. And if you can, he's going to surprise a lot of guys. And we even saw it. I saw it in some film that you sent over, that some of the defenders weren't able to take the right lanes.
Yeah.
They didn't take the right angles, and so they got beat. And Jalen has just phenomenal speed. He's a AAU track competitor. Yeah. Great addition last year. Obviously got hurt early with an ACL, if I remember right. So he missed.
No, actually, labrum, tore labrum.
So he missed most of last season,
He
which
did.
was a big blow for the Eagles.
Absolutely. McMeans almost runs faster, or can run as fast sideways as he can, vertically. He just seems like he can kind of slither through those holes quickly, get back running north and south. Greenwood will have a tendency sometimes to want to pop him outside.
I would too if I was that fast.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's no doubt.
If you get outside, you're gone.
If he'll hit the lane, usually most people over pursue him so much. He bounces so well. Just give him the line a chance to give him a crease.
But also,
nice.
Tucker White is a younger guy that we'll see this year that you saw just a little bit last year in some of the games that we were up on. We had a significant lead. Tucker, Coach said Tucker's had a great couple weeks of practice and really developed. So he's one of the younger guys that you'll see a little bit this year. But, of course, Agapos and Austin Hill, both 2 guys, when you need a couple of yards, those are the guys that are smash mouth football guys that'll bring it right to you. So we'll see those guys on defense as well. Actually, most of those guys playing both ways, at least first or second team.
That's right.
So, so there are a number of running threats, and you're right, Clayton, if we can establish the running game, obviously it opens up the passing game. Hatcher proved last year that he's got the ability to go deep. He's got plenty of arm. It'll be a matter of if we can open it up and give him some time to work with. Of course, losing Dawson Williams, that was a big loss last year. With Dawson, big-time player, just always seemed to come down with the ball. When those clutch situations, he was one of those guys that was almost stealth-like. Reminds me of Isaac Bruce. Isaac Bruce, you just look up and he's down the field and he's open. Yeah. And he finished it. So that'll be a loss in Dawson. So it'll be interesting to see how the passing game develops.
Yeah. How do you think, or what do you think Coach Adams, talking to him, is going to do with Hatcher? Hatcher could come into this thing thinking, I got a lot of weight on my shoulders here to lead this team. I know Coach Adams doesn't want to put that pressure on him. So how do you think he's going to react? What kind of situations or what kind of passing situations do you think Coach Adams will put him in tonight?
Well, normally to build some confidence, first of all, you're going to try to establish the run game. But then secondly, you're going to go with some of those shorter passes, get some completions under your belt, build the confidence. And also, Coach Adams talked about maybe simplifying the scheme a little bit. By simplifying the scheme, it's going to give all the players a little more confidence. So, you can have too many reads out there as a player, both offensively and defensively. And so the goal, obviously, of every coach is to put their players in position to be able to make the play.
Sure.
Get them in the right place where the other team's going to be so they can make that play. And so sometimes if you can simplify the scheme, you don't have players thinking about so much. You just have them reacting. Yeah. And so hopefully that's what we're going to see tonight. And I think Hatcher, if he can build some confidence early, he had some great games last year and made some beautiful passes. So he's definitely a threat, both short and long.
He's got basically 3 targets tonight I think that he's going to be looking for. Number 1, I think, is going to be Preston Daniel at tight end. Preston's put on probably 30 pounds, 40 pounds, good-looking tight end.
I'd
6'4",
throw to Preston Daniel if I was a
6'5".
quarterback.
We're going to look for him a lot. Slip him out. Also, Carson Gagnon back at receiver. He's going to be the go-to guy. Last year was kind of a secondary guy behind Dawson Williams, but he was lined up with him or opposite of him. So we'll need him a lot tonight. Will Arthur is going to slip in tonight and get quite a bit of playing time. And tall kid, rangy. I mean, can go up and get the ball. So
Yeah, Coach said he's had a really good offseason, worked hard, and has had a good first couple
right.
weeks here. So, this team, I was just looking, Clayton, this team last year, we had about 2,000 yards rushing, over 1,000 yards passing, probably closer to 1,300, over 3,000 yards of total offense. So this was a prolific offense last year, and really chose to run the ball a lot because that was just part of the game plan, and it worked out really well.
Yeah.
Running the ball, control the clock, control possession, keep some of those offensive threats off the field. So, one thing we haven't talked about too, Clayton, is no doubt some of these players on that team were on the soccer team in the state championship game when ECS was able to beat CPA 3-0 last year in the state championship.
Yeah.
So,
Evan Stuckey, our new field goal kicker, was on that team. They said had the header to go in for one of the goals.
That's right. And so talk about him as a new addition as well.
Well, Chandler Corn, of course, the kicker now at UCA. Every time you would mention it, that was probably our best offensive play. Every kickoff, it was in the end zone.
Yep.
So I don't know if we'll have that this year, but I mean, as Coach Adams said, we found Stuckey in the halls. I mean, he wasn't even on the team. Like, we need some help, and so
that's some serious recruiting.
He came out, and he's been a pleasant surprise. He's been a good kicker so far, pretty consistent. I'm not sure if he can get a 45 or 50 yarder like Corin had the leg to do, but we usually don't need him to do that. So we just want to get the ball deep.
Well, you're right. I was looking last year. We had over 40 touchbach on the season versus the opponents, 2 on us.
Yeah.
So that was a great offensive play.
That's right. One of the things I think the offensive line we've talked about, we'll have some additions in there. We've got to get some players to step up this year. It's time to step up. It's time to play these younger guys. Who do I mean? Well, offensive line at center, we've got Josiah Tingley. He's back. Right guard, Carlton Webster. Okay, time to step up for him. Right tackle, probably going to be Coote will play there. Time for him to step up and play. These guys are all good, big linemen who can push. So we need those guys. Left guard, Josh Hartsuff back again. Left tackle, Dietrich Pennington back again.
Both those names are well
Preston
familiar.
Daniel back again at tight end.
Again, familiar names.
Blake Barnett, right tackle. He'll get a lot of playing time tonight. So we, our line, you'll see tonight. If you're at home, you'll see we've got a really big line. No doubt will be bigger than CPA. Just what kind of push we can get tonight. But overall, we've got to get players to step up. It's their time to play. It's a new year, and let's own that. And we talked a little bit about player development. That's the job of the coaches, not just the wins and losses. So speak a little bit into that.
Well, there's a couple of players that Coach is going to be depending on. Tucker White's one of those guys that, Coach talked about this week. Oftentimes with some of these players, they come on, whether they're freshmen or sophomores, and maybe even some late developing juniors, like I was. Coach said he told his assistant coaches, we need you got about 4 to 5 weeks to develop them into role players so that we can have them, because no doubt you're going to have some injuries throughout the season, and you need to make sure if you have those injuries, it's not going to kill the momentum of your team. And we saw last year McMeans really stepped in when Rosenberger was hurt, and carried the ball, did a great job, and kept us in a lot of games, and we went deep last year.
Yeah, that's right. So, well, and speaking of player development, speaking into that a little bit, let's look at the weather. It's hot.
It's definitely hot.
We can talk about the starting guys all we want to. It's the backup guys that are going to be playing a lot tonight. I'm thinking of Adam Wichtam, sophomore, big kid, put on 30, 40 pounds. Who else names come to mind? Well, we mentioned Preston Daniel putting on some weight. He's good there.
Well, and you talked about Carlton too, who
Agapos,
did he even play last year?
Yeah, Carlton did play, but sparingly. I mean, he's put on some weight. Agapos was a special teams headhunter. We mentioned him several times. Just wearing some people out. Now he's going to be a both ways guy, middle linebacker. You've got.
Well, defensively, we hadn't touched on this yet, but you've got Agapos and Saunders back.
That's
both
right.
had a great camp. Austin Hill, one of the hardest hitters on this team.
That's right.
Sometimes too hard. Sometimes that hurt us last year. He almost just hit. It was crazy. It's almost like he hit guys too hard, so
Yeah.
we got a flag.
That's right. Legal
because
hit.
it was a legal too hard hit. I don't know. I've never seen that in the books,
hadn't
but I've never officiated. So
Yeah.
maybe that's the deal. But those guys are going to be key defensively coming back. And what was great about this defense last year was you had about 5 guys that had throughout the season over 30 tackles each. And so it wasn't like we were always depending on one guy to step up and make that tackle.
That's right.
Of course, Peter Nern's back. We talked about him. He was a contributor last year. Still has a couple years and great speed. So I know there's a couple other guys on defense that are newer.
Well, Will Arthur will be a cornerback.
Will, that's
you know,
right.
and then we'll have a safety. We'll get in there. Looking at the captains here, we're going to probably pan back out. We'll continue to talk. We'll pan back out to the field. Tingley, McMeans, and Preston Daniel, our captains, are getting ready for the coin toss. Let me get it by you, Britton, right here real quick.
Clayton, I'm going to go ahead and thank our sponsors.
Be great.
We've got some new sponsors last year and some old sponsors back. We're excited to have with us. So we've got Sean Wilkins at Sean Wilkins State Farm. We've got Clayton Floriani from the Pediatric Dental Group, 2 guys that were with us last year. Thank you, Clayton. One new addition, Sammy Reagan at Sammy Reagan Millwork. Josh Regal at Regal Pharmalab, another ECS family, all these ECS families. Darren Wilkes at Benny James Air Conditioning. And then you've got multiple folks with ECS connections at Strategic Financial, Bill Edwards, Hamp Holcomb, Chandler Gagnon, and Barrett Jones, all ECS graduates, 1 baseball player, 1 soccer player, 1 football player, and 1 strong dad. So Strategic Financial Partners. Back again, Tim Wilson at Compliance Associates, and Scott Hauss at Bank 3. And I'll tell you, Scott Hauss is amazing that Scott practically lives up here, and he doesn't even have kids here anymore. He's the chairman of the board. He coaches middle school soccer, faithful coach there, one of the guys that started Bank 3. And then Matt Stevens, he sponsored the Coach Adams show with Stevens and Russell.
Eagles, here they come. We're going to get this 2019 season kicked off. The CPA actually won the toss. They will receive, so we will kick off. So we're going to see Evan Stuckey, who we talked about, who we picked up out of the hallways. We'll give him the first boot, see if he can't put that into the end zone tonight. Michael Stoker is with us tonight. He's going to be on the camera. Thanks, Michael, for joining us. Chris Williams will be handling the stats. So we'll get updates throughout the game, which will be really nice this year.
Yeah, Clayton, I just want to encourage our fans to go support our sponsors. You know, you hear about it, but these people are donating money to the program, and it makes a difference. You know, actually, I forgot one of our sponsors, Clayton, one of our newer additions, Jake Varga with Memphis Children's Clinic.
Just saw Jake right before the kickoff, so thanked him for coming on board this year. He and his partners with Memphis Children's Clinic Pediatrician Group. Brandon Artilles just popped in the booth.
I was going to say, who's that guy?
I'll tell you what.
Who's that guy?
I'll tell you who he is. He's Joey Artilles' dad is who he is. He's no longer the son. We're going to reverse that because he was a killer yesterday in that 5th and 6th grade game. He was unstoppable for that DN position. Really proud of him.
How would you know that, Clayton?
Well, because I was there.
You
I saw it.
coached. You coached.
I was helping, yeah.
He's the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I'm the defensive coordinator. Exactly.
You are the defense coordinator?
No.
He's an offensive guy, Brandon. He doesn't know about defense.
We're gonna get Brandon mic'd up here real quick. Hang on. There you go. You should be good to go.
I'll join you guys in a second.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, we talked about it before the game. Evans' first kick, barely out of bounds. But we talked about it in the pregame that was a great offensive play for us last year to pin them deep.
Okay.
So Evan new to the game of football, so it may take him a little time to get used to it, but really glad to have him on the team. So the Lions are going to start from The Lions are going to start from the 35-yard line.
Sorry about that. Thought we were going to get Artilles on the sideline, but we are a radio short. Well, quick handoff up the middle. Peter Nern comes up from that safety position to make the tackle. That's going to be a pickup of about, looks to be about 6, we'll call it 6 yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 4.
CPA going with a hurry-up offense. Officials timeout. Not sure why the officials called a timeout. Maybe been something with the game clock. Looks like the clock is now set.
Well, the clock got struck by lightning, so that would not be.
Oh, did it really?
A couple weeks ago when that big storm came in. Will Arthur, 14, bottom of your screen, cornerback, Nern at safety. Boy, quick pass, just out of bounds. We've got a CPA.
Number 11, Kate Law.
Yeah, sophomore. So new quarterback for them. Senior graduated last year. They do have a couple seniors on the team that are quarterbacks, so he's underclassman getting that start. No doubt about it, number 66 on their team, Jarrett Matthews, is the best lineman they have. Boy, nice play, Austin Hill. There you go. Austin hadn't been back much, had a little bit of an injury, not football related.
Yeah, Coach said he's only been back for a couple weeks.
That's right. How about that? Is it better, Britton? Good?
A little technical difficulty. Sorry, that's good. That's
okay. Good. 4th down and 3. CPA will punt. What a great first stand by the Eagles. You got me all the way off. There you go. What a great punt. Carson Gagnon to receive on his own 16-yard line.
Well, smart play to take the fair catch right there, because there was a host of Lions.
You want you want more volume, Britton, for your phones or just overall?
I think I'm good now.
Okay.
The bottom one me, top one you?
Probably. Yeah. Here we go, number 2, Jacob Hatcher going to bring the offense out.
Officials timeout?
Wow.
Maybe having trouble with the play clock.
Yeah, see right here on the sideline, we've gotten, as it's running right now, it shouldn't be, correct?
The play clock's not running. The game clock.
I'm talking about the game clock, yeah. We got an official on the field with the clock, so. Once again, we'll go over that starting front line. We've got Coote, right tackle, Webster, right guard, Tingley, center, Hartsuff, left guard, Pennington, left tackle, Gagnon, receiver, Preston Daniel, tight end, quarterback number 2, Jacob Hatcher, number 14, Will Arthur, also in at receiver, and we'll have McMeans back for his senior year at quarterback. I'll tell you what, great view of the new deck, Britton, across
How do you get up there? I need a ticket for that.
We didn't get that ticket tonight.
We did not get. Does that cost extra? Find out what that costs. Okay, how about we get moved over there? How about that?
Let's
move and let's broadcast from over there.
Let's do the post game from there.
Let's do the whole game from there. I mean, right there by the burgers. Count me in for some burgers and some cheese and sausage. I tell you what, Clayton, the players are not upset about this little pause.
No,
as
not
hot
at
as it is tonight.
We talked a little bit about CPA's defense. They're going to run a 3-4. They're going to roll down an outside backer to the line of scrimmage, normally on the wide side of the field. So what that's going to do is leave the short side of the field man-to-man coverage. So you're going to watch us probably go to the short side of the field quite a bit.
Well, it depends on how we match up speed-wise.
There they go. They
on that short
rolled
side.
over. McMeans, boy, nice little running room. Boy, Coot. That's Webster 71. Nice push up front. Nice opening play. It's going to be a gain of about, oh man, we'll call it 7, Chris. About 6. Gagnon, Penny, out wide. Greenwood, your tailback. Austin Hill, fullback. There we go. We've got numbers on this side. If he can get by him, he does. That'll be a first down, Eagles. There we go, Britton. They talked about it. They rolled down to the wide side. We came back to the short side. Normally you don't do that, but in this, Coach Adams feels like we'll get numbers. You being outside linebacker at college, you'd probably speak more into that.
Well, I can tell you what I didn't like being an outside linebacker. My 5th year when I was on the weak side, I played strong side. My 4th year, my 5th year, played weak side linebacker. What you don't like is a guy like Jalen Greenwood who's that fast to sneak out of that backfield and run down that sideline when you get play action left and dump back to the right.
Boy, Greenwood, nice move, breaks free. Boy, speed. Down to the 40-yard line. Another first down, Eagles. Jalen Greenwood pops it again. Boy, Britton, you know, we talked pregame about him hitting that hole. He did.
He did.
He didn't bounce it.
You talked about it.
He did not bounce it.
If he'll hit that hole.
Boy, nice push again. Carlton Webster, Coot on that side. We're going to split 14. Arthur Gagnon to the top. We're going to bring in Agapos, fullback. McMeans, your tailback. Boy, they stacked it pretty good. We got stood up on that left side.
We got stood up so high on the left side, somebody ripped off a helmet.
Yeah.
Preston Daniel came out of there without his helmet on. That's not good. Which means he has to sit out a play.
Second down, 10. Ball on the 40. Moving south if you're at home. Matthew Pennington, bottom of the screen. Nern at the top. Agapos McMeans. Quick drop. Nice pass to Pennington on the right side. He'll pick up about 8.
He picked up a couple yards after catch. That's always nice.
Boy,
to see.
nice throw and catch by Hatcher. Got the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice smooth delivery. Get a few jitters out of him.
Well, Eagles are moving the ball well, taking our time, both running and passing. That's nice. That kind of
Play action, setting that up, right?
Yep.
Agapos McMeans once again. Boy, right in the middle. Kind of swallowed us up. They kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah,
We'll watch that again. I don't. They stacked us right there. They I mean, come on, 3rd and 1. Fourth down and 2. Well, 4th and 1. I might think we may want to do something here early, but 4th and 2. Looks like they're trying to come as well. Bring a little heat. Boy, nice punt by Gagnon. Great. Nern catches that ball on the 10. I tell you, first series, Britton, what do you think?
Well, I like how well we moved the ball, both passing defensively. Passing and rushing. You know, we did a nice job establishing the run in that first series. We had several guys running. You know, McMeans did a good job. Jalen did a nice job. If we can keep rushing like that, some things are going to open up. I like the field position, pinning the Lions back on the 10-yard line.
CPA on their own 10. Law, your quarterback. Same play they ran to start the game out. Austin Hill there for the tackle.
Tyler Reed, on carry for 5 strength carries. Second by the Eagles, Austin Hill, Josh Hartson.
Clayton, we had a first down back there. How many first downs did we have?
I think we had a couple.
We had two first downs, maybe 3. You know what I forgot to do is the guy who's responsible for the marketing advertising.
This next series, we're going to do better.
I forgot to advertise my own father. That's bad.
All right, quick little give around that right side. That's going to be almost a first down. He's probably about a couple yards short. Bring up a third down and a short 2.
Yeah, I forgot to announce Sean Wilkins as the first down sponsor, Sean Wilkins State Farm. We had a punt, too. Tim Wilson, Compliance Associates.
That's
on the punt.
That's right, Kim. A great punt by Compliance Associates. Well, they were working that side of the field.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, hopefully we'll back them up. Usually, and when it's on their side, it's usually against them.
Trying to get to the replay, see if I can see what happened.
Well, I know this. They don't want to run to Austin Hill's side. We know that.
Unsportsmanlike against the Lions. That's a dead ball foul, so that's going to be, what, first and unsportsmanlike. How?
So the automatic first down, but it's going to back them up 15, correct?
Yeah, result of the play was a first
from the spot of the foul. Chris, is that a spot from the spot of the foul?
It's dead ball, so it'll be before the end of the play.
So backed him up 15 yards to be first and 10 at the Lions 13.
All right, here we go. Austin Hill steps up. Boy, nice penetration. Austin Hill got in there. Looked like maybe Hartstuff got in there. Second down, 7. Big play here to get them into third down. They've only thrown one pass. Bring a man in motion once again. There we go. Quick little pass out. Well, Preston Daniel fights through him. Nah, great little throw and catch. That'll pick up a first down for CPA. To about the 20. They'll mark it at the 24-yard line. CPA's going to hurry up. Stay in the shotgun. Get the call from the sideline. Coached by head coach Ingle Martin. Looks like an offsides play by CPA. That'll back them up 5 yards. Bring up first down and 15.
I saw one stat said Ingle Martin was 84, 16, and 0, but I don't think that included the last 2 seasons. So if not, that's over 100 wins with not that many losses. Ingle Martin's well known in the Nashville area. Great football coach.
First and 15. Austin Hill, they're not going to get outside of him. He fights through him. Oh, fumble.
Ball came loose.
That's who they call it. Maybe they're going to call him down. Gagnon came over the top, stripped it. Nice play by Hill, strung it out. Allowed Saunders, Agapos to catch up as well.
Can't tell on the replay.
Well, nice throw and catch. First
Yeah,
down.
a lot of room.
Yeah, too much cushion. A little too much cushion.
I got a lot of respect for Maverick Rodriguez. Number 27 for the Lions.
First down 10. Nice little drive by CPA on the 36-yard line. Hand off to Hill. Boy, he'll eat him alive. Ball down.
That one's ruled a fumble.
They're not going to do that much tonight, I can promise you.
No, I don't think you want to run at Austin Hill.
Man, that was like dinner.
He is the undisputed heavyweight hitter on the team.
Yeah, he has the belt.
If discount double check,
Yeah.
State Farm discount double check, he has the belt.
He'll
make up for some of those first downs I missed.
Yes. Nice play by Hill. Stood his ground. Did not lose contain.
Well, that's twice we've knocked the ball loose. First time they ruled him down, but that's great to see that defense getting the ball loose on the ground. If you keep doing that, you're going to recover a couple of those. Against a good team like this, that could certainly make a huge difference.
Timeout ECS.
That's a Strategic Financial Partners timeout. Thanks, Bill Edwards, Hamp Holcomb, Chandler Gagnon, and Barrett Jones for your financial planning needs. Reach out to one of those guys. Well known to this community. You know, I say it every time. Bill Edwards played a little pro baseball. Chandler a little pro soccer. And Barrett Jones played a little pro football. And Hamp Holcomb's a pro dad. One of my personal mentors. So great group of guys committed to ECS, well invested in this community. So reach out to those guys if you need some help on financial planning. So thanks for sponsoring timeouts. Also, Clayton, the PTF is doing, as I understand it, one fundraiser this year. It was a great success last year. So $40, you can get a commissary pack, barbecue 6-pack, pulled pork and buns, coleslaw, beans, sauce, and banana pudding. You can use those at either Germantown or Collierville, the new Collierville location for the Germantown commissary. So if you ordered online, your vouchers are ready to pick up, or you can purchase them right now in front of the Soaring Eagle store the next time you're here.
Second down 12. Law, your quarterback. Pulls it real quick. Boy, nice throw. Just a great catch. Once again, a little too much cushion, Britton, on that side.
Well, he got McMeans turned. And
Yeah.
the trick is you want to get him turned, make you thinking, so you're going for it. He did. He made a nice fake, made a nice hard run, turned, got Matthew turned. And once you commit and turn and he posts up, the receiver knows where they're going. The
Yeah, that's
defender
right.
doesn't.
Yeah.
So you forget that when you're watching it on TV.
True.
He knows he's about to break down and stop, and you don't, which makes it really hard.
Nice throw and catch that last one, but kind of run that little inside zone play. Once again, Hill comes up and makes the tackle. Austin Hill, of course, committed to Army earlier, a couple of weeks ago. Division I. I would not be surprised if others came after him.
Well, I don't know how many times they're going to keep running that play when they get that kind of response.
Second down and 10. I think they'll probably put the ball in the air. Boy, nice play. Saunders comes up, middle linebacker. Boy, great play by Saunders.
Great
Shot the
pursuit.
gap. Coach,
Caught him down from behind like a rodeo.
yeah, Coach Adams talked about that Ethan's had a great camp, senior year,
did.
3-year starter, knows the system, knows what his job is, and nice to see him having a great game tonight.
He was one of the top 3 leaders in tackling on the team last year, one of the top 3 tacklers on the team.
All right, here we go. Third down, about 14. They've gone after McMeans twice now. Let's see what they do. They may try to run some type of combination route here. Looking left. Great play. Preston Daniel, outside linebacker. Boy, that's a great play.
Borderline offensive pass interference. Receiver came back, did a nice
Yeah.
job defending on that play.
Well, usually you don't see a backer getting that much depth.
Man, I
I
like
mean-
his size.
Fourth down. Looks like they're going to try to go for it here. Fourth down and long. Unless they're going to do a quick kick.
Drew us off sides. That'll spot him 5 yards. It's still going to be 4th and 9.
Yeah. Got a little antsy trying to make a big play. Would have been great had we guessed right. No problems. Not sure how many people at home are, obviously if you're home you're not, but if you're in the stands and you come to the game, we FM transmit this game so you can pick it up on a FM station. That just ask us what station we're on. We're 89.5 if you're in the stadium tonight. Law looking to throw, get some pressure. Looks like they're holding Hearts up right here. Goodness.
Looks like you get enough for the first down.
Boy, they were holding Hearts up.
Short. Chris Williams spotting up here says they're short, which is good. Yeah, it looks short. Great stop, Eagles.
They're going to measure?
I don't know why they're going to measure that.
No measure.
You don't need to measure 3 feet.
Thought he had it, but he came up short.
Chris Williams, the Sammy Reagan Millwork stats man with the call. Good call, Chris.
We get Gagnon and Nern. This side of the field, Austin Hill fullback, Greenwood your tailback. Little play action. Boy, Austin Hill with the ball. Boy, great pickup. Austin Hill out of that fullback position. That's going to be a first down. Eagles, a pickup of 11. Nice throw by Hatcher. Had to get out of some pressure.
It was a good stop by number 34, Andrew Whiteley, for the Lions. He stepped up. I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't want to step up and make that play on Austin Hill.
First down, Eagles. That's a Sean Wilkins Sr. State Farm first down.
Call Sean Wilkins for all your insurance needs, 388-4944. You need a loan? Call Sean. They do auto loans too.
Arthur, bottom of your screen, Agapos tailback, quick hit Greenwood, the short side of the field. Puts his head down, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the hard thing about running the short side of the field. There's just not much
That's right. You got extra defender.
So when they defend it the right way, there's just not more. It's a high risk, high reward play. It's not that high risk, but it's. If it's not open, you're unlikely to get even a yard.
You know, you'd like to hit it and get a cut back to the wide side, obviously.
Jalen definitely knows how to cut back. I watched that on film from earlier this year when he went 75 yards for a TD
He sure
on a cutback.
Second down, 9. Agapos in motion to the left. Greenwood, quick hit, breaks through, gets to the outside. Boy, just almost one tackle away. He gets to midfield at the 50. Looks like they had a little bit of mix-up in the backfield, but they corrected that. And
looks like they had a little mix-up on the spot from where I am. But Jalen did a good job running downfield, hit that hole quick.
Boy, nice block by Carlton Webster, pulled from that right guard position to the backside.
Well, that's going to be important with Carlton being now a starter. That kind of play from that offensive line is going to be key if we're going to continue to run.
Boy, that came right at us, didn't they?
Well, they saw that play.
Almost the same play we ran last time on third down, wasn't it?
Looked like it.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Score 0-0, kind of what we thought. Each team trying to establish the run. Eagles having a little more success than CPA. CPA been able to put the ball in the air just a little bit. Thank you for State Farm Insurance, Sean Wilkins Senior Family. Thank you to PDGO, Pediatric Dental Group, South Haven, Germantown, and Olive Branch. Thank you to Scott Hauss with Bank 3, the Scott Hauss family. Thank you also to the Darren Wilkes family, Benny James. Also, thank you to Regal Pharmacy, the Josh Regal family, and Memphis Children's Clinic, Jake Vargo, pediatrician there. Also, thank you to MSC Commercial Cabinets, that's the Sammy Reagan family, for all your cabinetry needs, custom builds, Strategic Financial Partners. Thank you to those guys as well. We'll slip those guys over. Tim Wilson, Compliance Associate. Tim's got a freshman on the team this year, so he'll be at every game, no doubt about it.
Quite the runner, too.
No doubt. Also, thank you to Russell Oliver and Matt Stevens group, for bringing us the coaches show weekly. It won't necessarily be a show, but it'll be some nice little sound bites to kind of recap the previous week and catch us up on what's ahead. So,
is something new this year, Clayton? I think it was your idea, but the Players of the Week. So Scott Hauss, Bank 3, bringing us the Players of the Week. They're going to have a offensive, defensive, a special teams player, and possibly a scout team player. I think that's Coach Adams said he may be able to pull that off too.
All right, so Eagles can't convert. 4th and 5. Gagnon to punt. Oh, fake punt. McMeans. Boy, he's going to get it.
Oh, yeah,
on the sideline. Boy. Well, we heard it first. We heard it from Coach Adams.
Coach Adams said if they had an opportunity to fake it and it looked open, they would.
Boy, he was open, I'd say.
Well, good job blocking. I can't get back to the play.
It's coming.
Sorry, we had an ad. Matt got a little extra airtime.
Gosh, he sure did.
Well, what you couldn't see there was the fake punt. McMeans took the snap as the up back, ran it around the left side, down for much more than a first down. Jalen's still on his feet.
Boy, he's fighting. Michael Stoker, nice to be with you tonight, man. Glad you're on the camera for us. We appreciate it. Doing a great job. Doing a great job.
New cameraman, new statistician.
He's a junior here at ECS. I planned on that punt, planned on going through the cheerleaders, but we're still playing ball. We're still on offense.
All we did was give Matt Stevens a little extra airtime.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll send Matt a bill.
All right, Hill fullback. Greenwood to the right, looking for Arthur quick. Boy, nice throw and catch down. We'll call it the 14-yard line. Will Arthur, first catch of the year for him. Big target, about 6'2".
Almost a first down, not quite. Looks like it'd be about a yard, maybe a yard short. Not quite.
Nice second down play. Nice to see Coach kind of open the playbook a little bit. Hatcher just kind of feeling his way through the game. Been right on.
Well, 3rd and 1 or 2, 3rd and 2, Chris says, 3rd and 2, inside the 15-yard line. That gives you really 2 plays.
Well, they're stacking inside here. Boy, get a push by Hatcher. Boy, I don't know.
Hatcher's a big quarterback. I like that play call. And we have a penalty.
Looks like they're signaling CPA on the dead ball foul. Somebody threw off Hatcher's helmet. Face mask maybe, Chris? Yeah.
Yeah, Chris telling us he can stay in. Hatcher's helmet got ripped off.
First down, Eagles. And some, looks like. They're going to. Looks like he was a yard over. We'll march that 5 more down yards to about the 6-yard line, maybe. That's right.
That's a Sean Wilkins State Farm first down. 901-388-4944. Call Sean for all your insurance needs. You could save an average of $566 on auto and renter's insurance if we have anybody fitting that category by switching to State Farm.
9:48 to go in the second quarter. Eagles knocking. 1st and 7. Greenwood, boy, hits it quick. Boy, slithers through.
Man, he missed 3. He made 3 guys miss
He sure did.
right away.
Picked up probably 2.
I like Jalen's shiftiness.
Boy, yes.
You know he can run downfield. You know he's got phenomenal speed. But, boy, he's running hard. He's getting low.
Looked like we got maybe 1.5 on the play. I'm sure that'll be 1 in the play and in the book. Well, we're giving them a steady diet up the middle. Hadn't gone outside as much as I thought we would. We're going to send Arthur out wide right, Gagnon to the bottom of your screen, Greenwood in the backfield with Hill.
Oh, wide open.
Arthur for 6 points. Hatcher puts it on the money.
That's a Benny James, Darren Wilkes touchdown.
Boy, what a great play. Great
Wide
fake to
open.
Greenwood. Great fake to Greenwood. Hill, we all thought Hill was going to open up the hole for Greenwood.
Well, our replay's locked up, Clayton. Sorry, I'm going to switch. I'll try to switch equipment.
You need to go to my hotspot?
Well, maybe.
The kick is up and good. Evan Stuckey with 8:40 to go in the second quarter. Your Eagles just got on the scoreboard 7-0.
That's a Benny James touchdown. Benny called Darren Wilkes, ECS graduate, for HVAC, plumbing, electrical. I don't know what he doesn't do. He's done all that at my house, unfortunately. And he's done it all recently.
Oh,
I got
man.
a new 5-ton AC unit. In the winter, I got the 5-ton furnace.
Coming to your house.
What I need is a 5-ton discount.
Hey, let's hit on the cheerleaders real quick. We've got the.
I don't want to hit on the cheerleaders.
No,
I'm
let's
sorry.
not hit on them. Let's name here. Well,
That would be really
to
awkward.
me, it doesn't matter. I have a daughter, so
You have a daughter
everyone
that's
knows
a
that
cheerleader,
it doesn't.
right.
So we won't do that. How about let's name the cheerleaders? That sounds a little bit better.
That's great.
Sarah Regal, Kerrigan Childress, Meg Williams, Tiara Allen, Sydney Jackson, Kate Learned, Lane Dawson, Evelyn Vanderswag, Claire Colley, Casey Long, Eva Daughtry, Mia Floriani, Savannah Coombs, Addison Whitehorn, Akira Jones, Taylor Aaron, Mary Rowland, and Hannah Benson.
The Sean Wilkins Jr. and Sean Wilkins Sr. footballs are coming out.
Wow. Boy, Stuckey put it right in the coffin corner,
Man.
and he caught it.
He
I
did.
thought
It almost looked like he went out of bounds, but
He
he hit the
did.
pylon,
He
so
did.
I guess that's...
Boy, great kick by Stuckey.
That, boy, if we can get that... We talked about it before the game, the number of touchbacks we had last year. So that's another Tim Wilson kickoff with Compliance Associates.
First and 10 at the 20, CPA. They're going to switch quarterbacks. Boy, nice play. Webster. Austin Hill also comes up from the outside linebacker. Boy, Webster's having one heck of a game, blocking and defending.
I'm trying to get our replay camera back up here.
CPA is going with Z Thompson at quarterback now. Law out. Don't know that anything was wrong with him, just Coach Martin, CPA, switching him up. Almost the trips to this side of the field. Boy, they're going to bring some, they're going to load it up over here, going at Austin Hill. Looks like we'll go man-to-man. Gagnon comes up. Well, nice play. Agapos comes in there. Saunders. Austin Hill. Same names.
Same names on offense and defense.
Yes, sir. Third down, we'll call it 7. 7:18 to go, second quarter. Eagles up 7-0. Passing situation. Let's see if we can't close down some of that cushion. Going after McMeans once again. Boy, almost a double tip. Gagnon right there.
Gagnon was right there, but he had an opportunity to catch it. And Gagnon was there. It would have been for probably no gain, but no yards after catch.
Yeah.
But that would have been about a 20-yard gain. So fortunate he wasn't able to haul that one down.
That'll bring up fourth down. We'll send McMeans back. Well, that's 7 points. All happened off that fake punt by McMeans off the left side. Punt's going to just cross midfield to the ECS 48. Boy, Austin Hill came and was like a bulldozer in there. Almost got a roughing called. Referee right there did not call it, thankfully.
Well, it looked like he was blocked into him. And
yeah, I was hoping that's what he would think.
Well, we've talked about it. We talked about it in the pregame. Austin plays really aggressively, and that's why he's one of the best players on this team. But sometimes that aggressive play backfires or is deemed to be too aggressive.
All right, here we go. Nern, Gagnon, bottom of your screen. Arthur up top. McMeans, tailback. Looks like Agapos, fullback. Boy, nice cut by McMeans. Boy, breaks it outside. He's got room to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25. McMeans, boy, that's what we talked about. Boy, is he shifty?
Well, he made a little shake and bake and picked up an extra 5 or 6 yards, and then they almost tacked on 15 more.
Man, I mean, just
for what
really
looked like a hit out of bounds.
That is a Sean Wilkins senior first down. Boy, he had a stutter, and that stutter step just froze him. Great play by McMeans.
Well, that's the development we talked about. We saw really throughout the progression of last season. The second half of the season, you started to see those kinds of moves and that kind of vision, and that's going to really help him this year.
We're going to go deep to Gagnon in the corner. Boy, almost just a foot beyond his reach. First incompletion Hatchers had tonight. Needed a little more air on it, but put it right in the exact spot. We've got Blake Barnett at right tackle now, giving Coot a breather. Most guys have not subbed out, so we're going back and forth.
Well, that's where this passing game helps, gives us a breather. Of course, it gives them a breather too, and they've got guys doing the same thing, going both ways.
Second down and 10. Nern in motion.
Man, Jalen's so
wow.
fast.
Look at that. Boy, that's a tough run.
Man, he's fast.
Woo. My. Number one, you line up behind and you go behind Dietrich Pennington. That's the first thing you do.
Dietrich Pennington already has D1 college offers.
If you watch Dietrich, he'll put his arm on one guy, pushed him out of the way, and got to the next level to the linebacker.
I think I'd say off Dietrich on 2.
Here we go. And beyond that, it was all Jalen. First and goal on the 9.
Dietrich's been working hard in the offseason. Was that another Sean Wilkins State Farm first down?
Absolutely. Nern again, same play. Boy,
ball came loose.
Ball out. Eagles recovered. Looked like he had a hole inside. Just popped out just a little too much.
I'm not sure who recovered. Who is that? Austin?
Yes.
Austin Hill. Once again.
Nice recovery by Hill. You know, we didn't talk about turnovers at the beginning of the game. That's in these big games. That's makes
Against
a
a
big
great
difference.
team and defending state champions here, undefeated last year, the CPA Lions. You mentioned it earlier. They lost a number of starters, but they're clearly a great program, great history, and a great school. Clayton, they're a school that's very similar to ECS. In fact, when they started, ECS was one of the places that they visited and got some insight from, and good relationship between our two schools.
Well, McMeans, we got a lane. McMeans is in from 7. Touchdown, Eagles, with 4:15 to go in the second quarter. Eagles up 13-0.
That is another Benny James touchdown.
Great blocking on that right side behind Webster.
Good job,
Blake
McMeans.
Barnett,
Well,
Austin Hill.
good job, sorry, Clayton, by
Oh, you're
McMeans
good, you're
to
good.
find a space and stick it in.
Up and in by Stuckey. That's 14-0.
Soccer player turned kicker.
Joseph Nafee on the push-up board. He said if we got 14, that was his number.
The Macon Mafia.
He had to do the 14. 21, he didn't want any of the 21.
He didn't want any part of 21.
No.
I wouldn't either. When you're big, I never was good at push-ups.
Especially when it's a moving
I'm
board.
still not good at push-ups. It's guys like you that can knock out about a hundo.
I can do that. Chris, what you got down there?
So it's another Benny James touchdown. Call Darren Wilkes for your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, appliance. They've changed a dishwasher for me, changed out a ceiling fan for me, changed out a hot water heater for me. Great, another touchback. Another touchback by Evan.
Well, what a great surprise he's been. I don't know how often you can go find somebody that can put it in the end zone.
I mean, recruiting. Great job, Coach Adams, whoever that was on his staff, or him recruiting somebody in the hallways. But hey, we had a state championship soccer team, so surely one of those guys could do this.
You would think. I don't play soccer, but I would think they can double up. All right, Law's back at quarterback with not much room. He's going to get around the side. They're going to get us for a flag. Man.
Adding 15 onto that.
Yep. We hate to see that. Didn't really, wasn't a hard hit. He just kind of rode him out of bounds. He kept running.
Just too late.
Got to be disciplined. That's where you got to be disciplined. Backed them up 4 minutes ago before the half. We don't want to give them 15. Playing aggressive. I love to see us play aggressive, though.
Now you really want to go in at half 14-0, obviously. I think it's going to be hard to turn this around and score more points by the Eagles.
Brett, in halftime, you're going to interview Ryan Cummings, the new middle school
The new
principal.
head of middle
Head of
school,
middle
that's
school?
right.
Yeah.
Head of middle school. Middle school, principal, whatever you want to call him.
I
The
like
big
that.
cheese. He's the big cheese. He's the guy where the buck stops. Ryan's an ECS graduate, to get him to talk about that when he comes. Really excited having you and I both have daughters in the middle school. Really excited about his leadership. I think that was a delay of game. Chris is telling us it's a delay of game. Play clock ran out. Seemed to be some confusion in the Lion backfield.
Well,
the receiver shifting across the field.
We got 5 back.
And now it's 1st and 15.
It looks like about 100 people on that new deck. And on the grass beside it. I mean, I look at that and I think they didn't build the deck big enough.
We're going to need a bigger day.
All right, first down, 15. Law back in at quarterback. Actually, not. Actually, it is Law. He'll pick up about 8 to 9. Now they'll spot him at. Actually, give him 10. Law sophomore got good speed, kind of a dual threat. I think
he's done more running tonight. Had more success running than he has passing.
I think we're going to see more of that as we get into the game. We don't have anybody really accounting for that right now.
I bet we will in the second half.
Oh, my goodness. Preston Daniel just caught him from the blind side.
Well, you saw that coming. That was like watching it in slow motion.
Boy, no one touched him. Boy, Pennington held off 2 of them, which left Daniel wide open.
That's a linebacker's dream.
Good night. But they didn't call a penalty on that.
For what? Sacking the quarterback?
For hitting him too hard.
That's said by, ladies and gentlemen, said by an all-state quarterback. Only
listen,
you would make a statement like that.
No, not from that. I'm just making the statement from last year.
Hey, the practice jerseys are off.
They are. No green jerseys.
Hey, we're live, baby.
No
we're
greens.
live.
They're down at 10. They're going to look deep.
Ooh.
Nice play by Hill. Gets a hand up. 4th down.
Tyler Reed did a good job blocking. I think it was Gagnon that was blitzing. Who was that? No, Ethan. Tyler Reed for CPA picked up Ethan blitzing the hole. Knocked each other down and got up and patted each other on the back.
Well,
Great sportsmanship.
I know Engel Martin does not want to punt this ball. He doesn't want to give it back to us with 2 minutes to go. But he didn't have a choice.
No, but what are you going to do?
He doesn't. There's no choice. And a shank. That's going to be at the 36-yard line. They'll mark that. Whoa.
Whoa. On that spot.
It hit the grass. 2 yards. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Whatever.
I like that.
He's a couple yards short. Whatever.
I'm good with that spot.
That's a couple yards among friends.
All right,
like a couple of French fries. We got a couple of French fries here. What's a couple of French fries among friends?
All right, Britton, 153 to go in this.
That was a Tim Wilson Compliance Associates.
Absolutely.
Punt.
Thank you to Tim Wilson for any environmental needs.
Environmental safety.
More industrial.
Environmental safety concerns, industrial safety concerns, call Tim Wilson.
I think we'll try to pop one quick on the ground. They're going to bring some heat on the outside. McMeans turns the quarter, gets out of bounds to the 43-yard line. Nice run.
You know, we saw it right there, Clayton. There was just a host of Lions, and Coach Adams said that CPA is, he said CPA does as good a job as any team he's ever seen pursuing the football. And we saw it right there.
2nd down and 3. Boy, it's a long 3. I tell you what, if we could get 6 to 7 yards on the short side of the field on 1st down, we're going to be in good shape. McMeans tailback. Nice cut. Boy,
First
good vision.
down.
Good vision. To the 49.5-yard line of CPA. 1:35 to go in the 2nd quarter. 14-0. Your Eagles are up. McMeans will sit with his helmet off. We'll bring Greenwood in.
That first down stops the clock, gets a little more time. 1:35 left of the first.
See if we hit the short side of the field once again. See if Greenwood can pop one. He gets a little room. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Just not a lot of room. We've got still got 2 timeouts left.
Stay tuned for the halftime with Ryan Cummins, head of middle school. ECS graduate. A lot of ECS graduates tonight. They were honoring the 99 championship team, if I heard that correctly.
We're going to bring in Ben Lucas at fullback. First look at Ben tonight. Try to keep him honest. Gagnon pretty tight coverage. Wasn't much there, but stops the clock. 40 seconds to go. Really just want to try to get a field goal, I would think, at this point.
And Well, if you could get a field goal and make it more than a two-possession game, that would be a great way to go in a half against the defending state champion CPA Lions. A school with a lot of athletes. School's a little bit bigger than ECS. They're a great school. Nate Morrow, the head of school there, played linebacker at Vanderbilt. I bet you didn't know I was going to have.
Well, Greenwood hit it quick. Well, get upfield. First down. That'll stop the clock. Hopefully. There we go.
Man, a little slow on the clock trigger finger.
First down, Eagles. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Timeout, ECS.
Great timeout.
That's going to be a Strategic Financial Partners timeout. Bill Edwards, Hamp Holcomb, Chandler Gagnon, and Barrett Jones. Eagles have one timeout left with 31 seconds left. So that timeout stat brought to you by Sammy Reagan Millwork. All right, 31 seconds left. Ball on the 35.
Let's run through these real fast, Britton, if you don't mind.
Sean Wilkins, State Farm. I know him. Good guy. Clayton Floriani, Pediatric Dental Group and Orthodontics. Scott Hauss with Bank 3. You're going too fast.
All right.
Benny James. That's Darren Wilkes, ECS graduate. Also Josh Regal with Pharmalab. Two pharmacists in that family. Summer as well. We've got, go back, Jake Vargo.
Oh, yep, sorry.
Memphis Children's Clinic. Jake Vargo, ECS graduate.
We'll come right back to those in just a minute.
Sorry, I couldn't keep up.
Got to be quick.
I guess that's why I played defense.
All right, well, Coach Adams, kind of first real test here to see what he does, kind of what's in his mind. Boy, Greenwood, nice move. He breaks free. Boy, down to the 15-yard line. Another first down.
What's in his mind is get Jalen the ball with some room to run. That's what is in his mind.
Well, those holes are getting bigger and bigger, Britton.
They are. Well, the CPA may be getting tired.
I think we're going to spike this one real quick. That'll stop the clock. Stop the clock. Whoa, we clocked off 2 seconds on that. They took 2 extra seconds off that should not have been.
They're slow. Who's running the clock?
I don't know. That
CPA running who's running the clock?
It should be 18 seconds. It should be 18 seconds.
They're not going to put time back on the clock in high school. It would happen in college.
Don't make them. You go in and run that clock.
I'll go over there. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll go over there.
I don't either, but I know when you spike it, that stops it. And that didn't stop. So, all right, Hill fullback, Greenwood tailback, Gagnon bottom of your screen, Arthur up top. Gagnon catches it, but out of bounds. So 11 seconds to go. Great play. Hatcher, it wasn't a bad pass. If he'd have let him to the inside, he'd have been picked off. So it wasn't a lot of room to go with it.
No, that was good placement. You're right. That was the only pass really that was open. Maybe if he'd have worked a little deeper in the end zone.
Yeah, I was concerned actually that he was going to get maybe picked.
It took 5 seconds to run that quick pass. That was interesting. I don't know how it takes 5 seconds to run that pass.
All right, so we got third down and not goal, but 3rd and 10. Our only enemy is the clock now. 11 seconds to go. Preston Daniel over the middle, just a little,
play.
just a little bit high. He was open.
We got a lineman downfield.
Yeah, that's all right. If it would have scored, it would have been even worse, but not. We're okay.
It didn't
Barnett
hurt us.
just got downfield a little bit. We'll back it up. 6 seconds to go. We'll probably,
You probably decline that. Can you decline that?
They're going to back that up 5. Looks like we are going to.
So it'll still be 3rd down.
Field goal. That's right. Well, with the way we're running the clock, we do.
Yeah. Chris.
That's right. Let's get a field goal. Let's.
Good call, Chris.
He's on the left hash. So
Chris
let's see.
Williams, our statistician, bringing in some good insight.
All right. Evan Stuckey, first field goal of the year. Boy, right down the pipe. Evan Stuckey. That was from 25 out, right, Chris? Boy, great field goal.
That is a Tim
Boy.
Wilson Compliance Associates.
Boy, way to go into the
Field goal.
half. Go into the half, 17-0 lead.
Against the defending state champions. Ingle Martin is going to have a few words for his CPA Lions. They're not playing poorly.
No, not at all.
It's just two good football teams, but we've been on the fortunate end of just breaking a couple of them.
Well, we've run the ball. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did. That's right.
That's opened up the game. Hatcher's had a great game. I mean, he's only thrown probably 2 incompletions of the night, so he's been on. People have stepped up like we talked about, and that's led to a 17-0 lead.
All right, stay tuned. Ryan Cummins, head of middle school. Sorry, I don't want to give you that. The head of school hired him, so we don't want to demote him yet. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Just a matter of time.
All right, we're going to hang tight. Ryan's going to be here with Britton for a little halftime interview. Hang tight.
All right, hit the mics. Okay, we're on. It's the Pediatric Dental Group halftime show. So thanks to Clayton Floriani, the Pediatric Dental Group, and Orthodontics for sponsoring the halftime show. Clayton, there you go. Clayton's gonna get the logo off of your mouth.
I gotta get taller.
It's like watching a late night TV show. I'm gonna squat down. I'm ready. Ready. Set hut. All right, Ryan. Welcome to ECS. Clayton, you work with it. Clayton's gonna work with the camera, and
Sounds good.
Yeah, he's got all that.
Perfect.
So, welcome back to ECS.
Yeah.
An ECS graduate. Tell us, what year were you here?
Yeah.
Or years?
Sure. Yeah, I started in 8th grade at ECS. I think that was in '96 when I was in 8th grade, and graduated in 2001. So I was here for 5 years, and then went to school down at Auburn, and worked down there for a long time.
Well, you you can't win them all.
Oh, watch your mouth.
Auburn, I mean,
Be careful.
I don't know. Is it? I mean, the Go Tigers part. I got that part. That part. We agree on that.
We like to
Then
have some
there's
diversity.
Some
in our
other.
cheers.
Your cheer has some diversity.
It just
Okay,
depends.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. All right. So tell us a little bit, though. You are now the head of the middle school here, and things are going really well under your leadership in this short time that you've been here. Obviously, a great team, but tell us a little bit about how you got here.
Yeah, it's a testament to God's faithfulness in my life and my wife's life and our whole family's life. Coming back to ECS was not something that we saw coming, and something that maybe we'd probably written off years ago as even being a possibility. I went to school down at Auburn and stuck around there and didn't leave. I've been teaching at Auburn High School down there for the last 14 years. My wife and I and our 2 kids at the time, but now 3, we had community there. We loved our jobs. We we were very happy and very content in Auburn. And then all of a sudden I got a phone call from ECS, and my time at ECS and the 5 years that I spent here were spectacular, and it's a place that I believe in, a mission that I believe in, a place that gave back to me way more than I could ever give back to it. And so when that phone call came, it was, I still maybe doubted if it was going to work out, but after months of phone calls and a couple of visits, God made it happen. And situations that we thought, well, there's no way this will work, there's no way that'll work. God not only made it work, but made it work out better than we never thought that was possible. And so it became obvious to my wife and I that this is exactly where God was calling us to be. And not a lot of people leave Auburn. It's a great place, but
I'm going to take your word on that.
You should.
I have no experience with that. So,
but people ask why in the world did we leave Auburn, and my answer to them is always it's ECS, and there's something special and there's something different about the mission of the school, the momentum, the energy that's here right now. It was just an easy decision. So we're super excited to be here.
Well, we're excited too. Glad that Braxton decided to pursue bringing you here. So I know I talked to Braxton a couple of times in passing, and how's it going? How's it going? He's like, oh, I got the guy I want. He just doesn't know that he's supposed to be here yet. So it was something like that.
Yeah.
He's like, he's just got to figure out this is where the Lord's calling him. So
Yeah.
he's like, I've already got that part figured out. It's great when other people can figure out the Lord's calling on your life. So
That's right.
he was obviously really wanted you here and thought you'd be a great fit, and I would certainly say that I have to agree in this
that.
short time frame. So tell us a little bit, though, since you're responsible for the middle school. Tell us a little bit about that. Kind of what are you working on this year, and what's new, if there's anything new, or what's going on in the middle school, and what can we look for?
Sure. Yeah, it's an exciting time to be in the middle school. I've loved. Obviously, we've only had the students here for about the last week and a half, but I've loved every minute of it. They are crazy days. They are busy days. There are days where everything goes to plan and days where it doesn't. But it's a spectacular place to be in that middle school, not just because of the students and their energy and craziness and sometimes weirdness.
Surely not.
Never.
Middle school?
Yeah, never.
Middle school was not weird for any of us. I don't know what you're talking about.
But the staff that we have, the teachers that are there, are incredibly committed to the kids. That's been unbelievably inspiring to me. I think they go above and beyond. They truly love the kids, and I've been in situations where that hasn't always been the case in previous jobs, but it's incredibly inspiring to see the heart that our teachers have for the students that we have. And so it's been exciting in that regard. And the big thing that we've been emphasizing this year and that we believe in is ownership for the kids. And so I've talked to them in chapel about it, and we have teachers hammering it home. And man, we are trying to push the students to take ownership over their own education, ownership over being to class on time, ownership over getting the work done on their own, and then the spiritual component of that's super important is ownership over their own faith. That it's not, well, I go to church because we go to church, or I do this because my parents do it, but that they would truly find a love for the Lord, that God would draw them to himself, and that they would develop that authentic relationship with him and own that, and that be theirs. And so that's a big thing that we've been talking about, and we'll continue to beat the drum on all year. So.
Well, I think that's fantastic. As a parent of a middle schooler, that would be the primary thing. That they would own their faith and be challenged accordingly for it to be their own. So I appreciate that and that mission, and I'm certainly familiar with a lot of your middle school teachers since we now have one in high school, and I really do appreciate the team that you have and their commitment. And you've got some new folks on that team as well, which I've heard good reports about, by the way.
Yes.
They've filtered down that I've heard very positive feedback from my kids, which is sometimes the hardest feedback to get.
That's true.
So positive feedback from the kids. So that's great. So tell me this, maybe a little less serious, and then we can come back to that. But What did you miss about Memphis when you were gone, or ECS? And what are you glad? What's been one of those surprises that you've been glad to come back to?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest reasons that that the ECS job was such an amazing opportunity for us was I'm the oldest of 3 boys. I have 2 younger brothers. My brother Tyler graduated from ECS. My brother Kyle graduated from ECS. And they are all in Memphis. Their wives, their children, along with my parents, are here too. And so we'd been in Auburn for a long time, and I guess never really imagined that we'd be able to be in the same town as my brothers, my parents, and be able to grow up around, or at least have our kids grow up around aunts and uncles and cousins. And so that is definitely one of the things that I have enjoyed the most about being back here, is that I can get dinner with my brothers on a weeknight when normally we'd be 6 hours away, and it sure has helped to have my parents for a little babysitting every once in a while.
Very nice.
That's been awesome.
The price is usually right.
Exactly.
I really appreciate the price. Yeah.
Exactly. So we knew that going in, but that's been one of my favorite things about it, and I guess maybe a surprise or a little more surprising is obviously I graduated from ECS in 2001, and my time here was spectacular and life-changing. But at the same time, the ECS of today doesn't look identical to the ECS of 18 years ago. And just getting on campus and remembering what a phenomenally beautiful campus it is, and how much prettier it is now than it was even then. And then just feeling kind of the air of energy and momentum and buy-in, and everybody seems to be rowing in the same direction. And man, there's just a lot of selflessness and a lot of energy and positivity. And I knew ECS was in a great place when I took the job, but being here and feeling it, with Braxton leading the way on that, is just, man, it's just super encouraging and exciting. So,
well, we're glad to have you here. So tell us too, though, what did you were in the classroom? I've heard you say, you said at the beginning of this, what did you teach over the years in the classroom?
Yeah, I spent 14 years in the classroom as a classroom teacher and a junior high football and varsity basketball coach.
That was my next question. So yeah.
So I spent some time doing that. In the classroom, I taught history, taught AP European history and early American history.
You're going to challenge Jenny Shorten?
She has told me her door is open for when it wells up inside me and I just have to go and teach something, because I loved every minute I had in the classroom. It's a sacred place, and I cherish the role and the relationships I built with students and what I got to do every day. I loved it. And so that's what I did when I was there, and I, every once in a while it wells up, and if when I get a chance to speak at chapel, it kind of helps me a little bit that I get to get up in front of people and teach a little. So.
And football, you coached, what'd you say?
Yeah, I coached
offense, defense.
Coached junior high football, offensive line. That was my thing.
Obvious. That's an obvious.
Exactly. My 7th graders that I coached never found out that I never played a down of football, but
that's not relevant.
I knew enough. But
I've never done this before.
That's true.
A lot of people have figured that out.
I doubt that. Consummate pro. But yeah, I did do football every year I was there. I did that because it was fun and it was Alabama, and people are obsessed with football.
Really?
And shockingly.
I did not see that coming.
So I did that. But my real love of coaching was basketball. I was born and raised in Indiana, and so I am a Hoosier, and I love Indiana basketball. So basketball is in my blood. And so I spent a lot of years coaching 7th grade basketball, 8th grade basketball, and then my last year in Auburn I was coaching varsity basketball. And so I did both those things. Never picked up a third sport. That was too much time away from the family, so kept it at those two.
Good idea.
Yeah,
good call. Well, we're glad to have you. Glad you're back. And it seemed appropriate tonight with the 99 state championship football team coming back on and having a lot of alumni here, to have you as an alumnus, and here we're really excited for for what's ahead, and just glad that the Lord's brought you and your whole family here. So we look forward to spending some more time with you, and maybe in future broadcasts. So
That's right.
If
I'd love to.
if you get bored, you've never coached, you never played football, you've never done this before. So
Yeah,
we
why
could
not?
probably
Why
work
not?
something out.
Why not? No, it's phenomenal to be back. It's crazy to look out and think that we're here at a place that we believe in so much, and really special to see the '99 team. That was my junior year. I didn't play, but those were some phenomenal athletes and some great teams, and it's special to be able to honor the past for sure.
I heard David Collins was back on campus tonight.
I saw him.
He was a key part of that championship team.
He was.
I played with his older brother Richard, who was a great running back. Unfortunately, he was injured, but a great running back. Richard was. He was on the same. We were on the same team as well.
Yeah.
But they had a little more success than we did, like a lot more success.
Like a lot, I get it.
By a little, I mean a lot.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Absolutely,
Good
anytime.
to visit with you.
Love it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, I'm panning back to the field, and then we're going to thank our sponsors again. Thanks, Coach. All right, so we'll say glad to have that visit with Ryan and spend a few minutes with him. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, a name that we've mentioned a few times already. Strategic Financial Partners. We've called those guys out a few times for the timeouts. They're our timeout sponsor. So if you have financial planning needs, call Strategic Financial Partners. Tim Wilson, let me catch up to Clayton. Sean Wilkins, State Farm. Clayton Floriani and the entire pediatric dental group and orthodontics. Thanks for sponsoring the halftime show. Clayton, you sponsored that halftime show. How'd you think it went? You weren't here. You were getting quotes, weren't you? You missed it. You were working. We want to say thanks to Benny James, Darren Wilkes, ECS graduate, Regal Pharma Lab, Josh and Summer Regal. Also, Jake Vargo with Children's Clinic. Did I say that right? Children's Clinic. Yep, Children's Clinic. Jake Vargo. Christy, his wife, is a teacher this year, a teacher's assistant in the lower school. Thanks to Sammy Reagan, MSC Commercial Cabinets, one of our new sponsors this year. Excited to have a couple of different options sponsoring. So we've got 3 minutes left here in the first half, and Clayton, I'm going to take a break, and we'll be back in a few.
All right, we got about 1:33 left to go in halftime. The Eagles have come back out. They've warmed up. We've got about 24 minutes to play. See if we can hold off the lines. I'm sure they've gone in. Ingle Martin, great offensive mind. I'm sure they've made some adjustments. Good news is we have as well, so hopefully we can go toe-to-toe this second half. Nice to have a 17-0 lead. Make sure we keep the turnovers to a minimum. Hopefully none. Coach Daniel Holmes and Coach Burton, Emmanuel Burton, are in the press box. Coach Holmes handling outside linebacker duty, and also Coach Burton handling the offensive play calling on the headset with Coach Adams.
Have we introduced the cheerleaders yet?
I did earlier, but it wouldn't. If you want to do it again, you should.
Earlier in the first half?
Yep.
Let's do it again.
I'll let you run through them right here, or I'll zip through it real quick. I can't really see them.
All right. Varsity Cheer Squad. Sarah Regal, Kerrigan Childress, Meg Williams, Tierra Allen, Sydney Jackson, Kate Learned, Lane Dawson, Evelyn Vanderswag, Claire Colley, Casey Long, Eva Daughtry, Mia Floriani, Savannah Coombs, Addison Whitehorn, Akira Jones, Taylor Aaron, Mary Rowland, Mary Virginia Rowland, and Hannah Benson. Thanks our cheerleaders for all the hard work they put in. You and I both know how much hard work goes into that since we are dads of cheerleaders.
That's right.
I'm a cheer dad. I need a shirt that says cheer dad.
Yeah, I want a button.
Cheer dad.
I saw Joe Rowland.
I want a shirt. I don't want a button. I want a shirt.
Joe Rowland had his button on with his daughter Mary on it,
He
and
did?
he told me that his wife said, "You do know that's her middle school button."
Hey,
And he goes,
at least he had one.
Yeah, he said, "Well, I just got the first one I saw." All right, so CPA won the toss the first half, so we will receive this second half. We're going to put McMeans and Gagnon deep. Up backs, we're going to have Saunders and Agapos, looks like. Jacob Welch, 25 here, midfield. That's going to be returnable. McMeans at the 7. Boy, he's got a lane. He's got a hole. So he cuts back. Boy, down to the 45-yard line of CPA. Boy, he just did not have his lane. And McMeans hit it. My goodness. That was not what CPA wanted to start this half, but certainly a
Great
big
start.
boost for the Eagles. All right, Hill fullback, Greenwood tailback. Boy, quick hit up the middle. Greenwood to the outside.
He's got room.
He's going to go. Could he bounce it? Breaks a tackle. He could go. Still on his feet. Dancing around. Down to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Greenwood in for 6.
What a run by Jalen Greenwood.
Unbelievable.
What just happened?
From 44 yards out.
How many
43.
men?
44-yard run.
48 yard.
48
Chris
yard
Williams
run.
with the stat. 48 yard touchdown run.
He ran 78.
He ran 78 to get 48. That was the Sammy Reagan Cabinets stat. Oh,
Extra point was blocked on the play, so that'll keep it at 23-0. I tell you what, I thought he was going to go on the far side of the field. I thought he was going to take that. Just couldn't quite get around. Wow, unbelievable. That's what we've been talking about for quite some time.
Jalen, we talked about how he has breakout speed, and if you didn't know about it, you didn't believe us when we were talking about it in the pregame. I would venture to say you believe us now.
That's pretty good, huh?
He made a lot of guys miss. I'm not so sure he didn't make some guys miss twice. If we were able to go back, and my replay's all frozen up here, but if we could go back and see that, I bet you Jalen made some guys miss twice. You know, great job by the offensive linemen, the receivers blocking downfield, the entire team staying with a man, staying with a block. He had a wall down the left side blocking for him.
Let's get some of these guys on the kickoff team. We've got Caden Hill, number 5. We've got number 18, Griffin Garrison. 34, Noah Newhouse. Then we got, of course, Ethan Saunders. Number 11, Jack Stevens. 53, we've got, who's that, 53? 27, Ben Lucas. 35, Agapos. 25, Welch. And it's like 28. Can't tell who's on the far side. That's going to be returnable down to about the 4-yard line so we can stay in our lanes. He's got a crease. They'll push him out. Nice job by Saunders to hold him up.
Big answer by CPA. Eagles return the kickoff like that to begin the second half. Big answer by CPA. You know, down 23-0. They want to stay in this game. A lot of time left on this clock with a good group of athletes on that CPA team.
First and 10 on the 43. Quick throw out of pick up 4 out of bounds.
I think we're going to see more of that.
Yeah, they are.
We're giving them a lot of cushion, a lot of room. Don't want to get beat deep. Obviously, they've got some speed at receiver, so we're respecting that.
Well, I'm if you're like me, I'm going to let them have that. They can have 4 yards.
You can have 4 yards. You can't hurt me with 4 yards. You can hurt me with 44.
Quick hit. Yeah, may move the pile. He'll pick up probably 4 more on the play. We'll mark it right at midfield. Bring up third down and probably 2. Hurry up offense. Looks like they got a nice push. He'll get that down to the
second effort by CPA gave them that first down. We had them stopped right at the line, it looked like, but just enough effort.
Well, they are not wasting time. They know time is of the essence. 10:40 to go in the third quarter. Same play. Oh, fumble! He falls on it.
Little mix-up in the backfield. Looked like 2 backs thought they both had the ball coming to them.
Looks like they'll make it 2nd and 9. See if they'll put a little more depth here in the ball. Nope, going to run it right up the middle. Boy, not much there.
I'm a little surprised by that play call by CPA. I wonder what they saw that encouraged them to do that.
Nice play, Hartsuff, Dietrich in there. Coot at nose tackle position.
That short outside passing game has been pretty productive for them tonight when they've moved the ball. I think we'll see more of that.
Going to look a little bit deeper.
A lot of time.
Boy, nice play. Matthew McMeans breaks on the ball. Incomplete pass.
He broke perfectly on that ball and had a chance to intercept it. I don't think he would have gotten anywhere, but
long pass. Tough to, you got to have a cannon to throw that ball.
Well, they had a lot of time. Their offensive line did a good job keeping our defensive line at bay. You know, we've got those defensive linemen like Dietrich going both ways. You know, it's early in the season.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with all those guys. This is their conditioning coach. Hats off to Coach Burton off season. Coot, Dietrich, Hartsuff, those guys they don't come out much. All right, 4th down. Going to punt. Gagnon back deep on his own 15. Off the side of his foot. It'll stop right there at the 17-yard line where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10. 9:12 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, considering how they returned the kickoff, I'd say that's not bad field position. They brought that kickoff
Absolutely.
back to about midfield.
Well, if I know Coach Adams, and I think I do, and I do, he's going to try to keep the ball on the ground.
Well, based on how Jalen just ran the ball that last time, and really even McMeans and how we've moved the ball, we've been successful, so no reason not to go back with it.
Well, McMeans right up the middle. He might gain a couple. They stacked the box pretty heavy. Second down and 9. Arthur, the bottom of your screen, will get Nern and Gagnon up top. Hill, McMeans in the backfield.
Good break by the Lions on that ball. They read it, broke, quick pass.
Well, that would have been a pick 6 had he got that one.
Yeah, that close. Wouldn't have been anybody between him, and nobody would have had time to catch him.
All right, this is going to be Jalen Greenwood right here, no doubt. Probably a little draw, a little zone, little gut zone. Just kind of man up, Everybody get a man, block him, see if Jalen can find a crease.
Jalen on 1.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. They're going to bring everybody. Outside backers are coming. There he goes. Turn the corner.
He did, just not enough room to get a first down.
Yeah, we'll get this ball out of here. Not very good field position, so we'll punt and play some defense. 8:14 to go. 3rd quarter.
I want to say thanks to Tim Wilson with Compliance Associates. If you have any safety issues, industrial safety, commercial safety, Tim is the guy. And if you call him, he's the guy who's going to show up on the job. High snap.
Wow, play the game right there almost. Wow, Austin Hill.
Man.
I knew. I didn't even have to read the number. When I saw him, the impact, I knew it was Hill.
A little bit of a high snap, but wow, what a great recovery.
You remember last year at Lausanne, he rolled out to his left like that, and that's how they blocked that. Thank goodness we had a left-footed kicker right there. Wow, what a great athlete to do that. That's impressive. State champion soccer player. So that rugby kick comes pretty easily to him. Boy, he's got an opening. Arthur comes in, strips. Nern brings him down after a pickup of almost 20. I think they'll call it about 18. First down, ball on the Eagle 38. Looked like a hold right there.
Oh, come on.
Didn't even hit him. Oh, he threw the flag before he even got there.
That he anticipated a hit and threw the flag. I'm sorry. That's weak. Sorry. I'm probably not supposed to commentate about that.
Well, I didn't. I mean, it was completely lit up. I think you got to take that back. Yeah, he waved it off.
you.
Thank you very much. I mean,
right.
that was poor.
It looked like it was going to be a late hit. I'll give him credit. He looked like it. He started to throw the flag, but then our guy pulled up.
Ethan Saunders, the great play by Saunders. He's a senior, knows what to do, what not to do. I'm not going to make a dumb mistake. He didn't.
Heads up by that referee coming over with
Absolutely.
with the clear view.
1st and 10, ball to 25. Just kind of broke containment there. Law back in at quarterback, number 11. Austin Hill once again wraps him up.
Just don't think I'd run at Austin.
I mean, not only that, no one even blocked him.
I don't know what's wrong with our replay tonight.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's just not working.
It's almost.
Switch to something else.
Go back again. See if we'll go forward right here. 2nd down, 10, ball 25. All right, pass, going to look a little out. Nice throw and catch. Arthur defending. That'll pick up a 1st down. Arthur playing with a little cushion, not want to get beat deep.
It was good routes by CPA. They had 2 guys open. They had the shallow guy and the deeper guy.
Didn't quite have. Maybe we can put a little more heat on him.
Well, it looked like we had. I thought maybe Preston Daniel was blitzing off that corner, but I can't see the replay.
All right, 1st down and 10. Ball on the 14. Bringing a lot of motion this half. Ball all
loose.
out. Eagles
look like they recovered.
Eagles got it. Eagle ball. Saunders comes out of the pile with the ball. Boy, nice play, Saunders. When he put his head in there, I'm right at the ball. Boy, huge turnover.
It's a heads-up play.
That's a heads-up play.
That's what you get
Who
for
am I
color
standing?
commentary.
Who am I standing?
That's what you get.
Who's this guy?
Heads-up play.
All right, so that'll be turnover. Eagles ball. 1st and 10 on the, we'll call it the about the 13-yard line. We're going to put Gagnon at the bottom of the screen. We'll put Arthur up top. Hatcher in the backfield. McMeans, lone tailback. Oh, excuse me. Hill in there. Boy, nice block by Hill to spring him. McMeans around the corner. He breaks it to the 35. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Boy, nice block. Austin Hill just opened it.
Wherever Austin Hill is, he's making a difference.
You know, we talked about last year how just important that fullback position was with Allen Bowden and how much he just helped the offense. And now having Hill back there is the same thing.
That's one of those guys you miss. A lot of guys we missed from that last year's team.
All right, Matthew Pennington, bottom of your screen. Nern up top. Agapos, your fullback. Greenwood, tailback. Boy, Greenwood hits it tight.
Boy, hit the hole
Picks
fast.
up about 7. 2nd down and 3 on the 40, we'll call it 47-yard line. Greenwood down, looks like maybe some cramps. Hopefully that's what it is. Yep, got a cramp in his right foot, so we can all breathe a little bit easier. Get him some water.
trying to get our replay up, and I'm having some technical difficulties.
Greenwood's still on the ground. Hopefully we'll be able to get him back. We got a whole another quarter to play, but if not, we'll definitely get in Tucker White at that tailback position. He hadn't had a touch tonight.
No, and Coach Adams said that Tucker's had a great couple weeks and really expects Tucker to step up and get some touches this year.
Right, that's right.
Especially as the year progresses. You talked about it in the pregame, how important it is to develop your players throughout the season to prepare for injuries.
You know, you always wonder, I wouldn't ever want to really cramp up, but once it happens, you know, it's hard to recover from that on the night. You know, they'll put some cold spray on him and try to, you know,
yeah,
cool it
the only
off.
thing you're going to do to recover from that is an IV. And I don't think they do that in high school.
Well, not when you're up 23-0, for sure. All right, Gagnon at the bottom, Nern up top. McMeans, tailback, Agapos offset to the right. He'll come this side. Boy, little zone read. Boy, McMeans, nice cut. Gets to the outside, out of bounds at the CPA 39-yard line. Britton, that's that same zone play, this man-on-man. You just block, find a hole, and go.
McMeans did a good job being really patient, waiting for the hole to open up. You saw that. He waited for the hole. As soon as he saw an opening, he went for it. Had a nice run. But they were crashing that box.
Chris, how long was that run? $13. So nice 13-yard pickup. All right, Ben Lucas, fullback, kind of off to the right. Stretch play right, looking for McMeans, cuts it up. All right, we'll pick up 4 yards. We'll take 4 every time on first down. I think they'll call it 3 maybe. Pick up of 3, second down, 7. .3:15 and counting. Third quarter, Hatcher brings the play in. Caden Hill, bottom of the screen. Matthew Pennington up top. Lucas fullback, McMeans tailback. Lucas this way in motion. Gut play right up the middle. Boy, nice.
Good block by Lucas.
That'll be a first down. Eagles. Thank you to Sean Wilkins, State Farm, for that first down.
I would say don't call Sean unless you want to save money. If you like saving money, then you should call Sean.
Otherwise, don't bother.
They've had multiple rate cuts in the last couple of years. Probably going to be a hold on the Eagles just based on where the flag was thrown, but I didn't actually see a hold.
We didn't really get much movement on the front. We kind of, some guys got
really
past us.
Good job penetrating their defensive line.
They slanted to that side.
They did. They happened to be in the right defense for that play. Defensive lineman did a nice job getting upfield.
Holding against the Eagles, that'll back us up 10 yards. We'll replay first down. So it'll be first down and 20 at the 43-yard line. No, excuse me, 42-yard line. I'm not sure where we started, Britton, as far as the time on this drive, but it's been impressive. Just hold on to the ball.
Well, we talked about it before the beginning of the game, just chewing up clock.
Little play action pass. Boy, he's got Gagnon wide open. Oh, boy, right in his hands. Great throw by Hatcher. Gagnon right there on it. Thought he might bring that in. Little high, but catchable. Really impressed with Hatcher tonight. Felt like he's played within his numbers. You know, he's hadn't tried to do too much, hadn't put too much pressure on himself. When called upon, he's done a nice job. Pennington up top, Caden Hill bottom. Preston Daniel tight end this side. Lucas fullback, McMeans tailback. Stretch play to the left. See if he can get outside. Cuts it back. Nice cut. Boy, nice move. McMeans is so shifty.
Tucker White, actually.
Was it? Sure was.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Tucker White.
Ran like McMeans. It was so close.
McMeans has had a good number of runs and playing defense as well. You know, Coach talked about it. Called you Samuel Clayton when we talked about it this week. Coach talked about how he was going to rest his guys on defense. If they needed a breather, they weren't going to rest on offense. So he
Well, that was a great.
He gave McMeans a breather and put Tucker in, which he already indicated he was going to do. Tucker had a great couple weeks of practice.
White will get the touch once again.
There's nowhere to go.
All right, well, we'll try to pin them deep. I'm sure they're going to come after this.
Good block there by Hartsuff. Pancaked his man and then helped him up.
.30 seconds and counting. This will be the last play of the third quarter. McMeans the up back. He'll call it. Nice snap. Down to about the 15-yard line. Nice kick by Gagnon.
Bennett Brady on the long snap, following in his brother's footsteps. In fact, Preston was out here earlier. I saw him run around the Memphis Tiger.
Nice little 10-yard gain off the left side. They've run that play several times. Pickup of about 11.
That'll do it for the third quarter. 1 quarter to play. Eagles lead the Lions from Christ Presbyterian Academy in Franklin 23-0. There's an Eagle down. Can't tell who that is, Chris.
I got him.
That means.
I believe it is McMeans.
I'm going to take a second to thank our sponsors. Clayton, you confirm who that is. That's McMeans.
Yeah, he's got coming up. He's walking, jogging, a little gimpy.
Those cleats got some miles on them tonight.
Boy, they did. It's quite a great game.
Both offense and defense. So thanks to Tim Wilson, Compliance Associates. Thanks to Sean Wilkins, State Farm. I've said many times, best agent I've ever had, even babysits my kids. Thanks, Tim Wilson. Pediatric Dental Group and Orthodontics. So thanks, Clayton Floriani, in here in the booth with me. I like your new logo.
Thank you.
Bank 3, Scott Hauss. Thanks to Bank 3 for sponsoring again this year. Darren Wilkes, ECS graduate. Benny James, call them for HVAC, electrical, appliance. Is that plumbing? I've used them for every one of those things this calendar year. So thanks to Josh Regal, Jake Vargo, Josh Regal, Regal Pharma Lab, and then Jake Vargo with Memphis Children's. Sammy Reagan, Commercial Cabinets, and then also Strategic Financial Partners, Hamp Holcomb, Bill Edwards, Chandler Gagnon, and Barrett Jones. Please do mention to our sponsors that you heard it here and try to do business with them. Give them an opportunity to earn your business. They're investing in this this broadcast, and they make it possible.
First and 10, CPA on the 24. Looked like a little too much movement.
Yeah, I thought we had a little movement on their offensive line. Well, CPA just not been in sync tonight. They're just a couple of drives where they've gotten into a rhythm, but overall they've just not had a lot of momentum tonight. Credit the Eagles, both sides of the ball.
That's right. I mean, we've played a lot of. I mean, I'm looking here. I'm seeing Webster at nose tackle. I mean, we've had 3 guys playing nose tackle. Coote. You get Pennington in there a little bit. You got Webster. Well, great play, Ethan Saunders. Saunders from that inside linebacker position makes the tackle.
Good job stringing it out. That's the job of the linebackers. String that play out, give some time for the rest of the defenders to show up, and they indeed did show up.
Second down, 14. After that illegal procedure penalty. Oh, pick off Gagnon. He makes up for it right there. Great play by Gagnon. We'll get the ball on the 33-yard line of CPA heading south. Let's go, offense.
Clayton, I want to take a second and just encourage people to go to our website, the ECS website, and buy the commissary gift card, the gift pack. It's a $40 voucher. Includes a 6-pack of barbecue, coleslaw, beans, sauce, and banana pudding. Last year, we did it. We ordered it, and it was the best Germantown commissary barbecue I've ever eaten, and some of the best barbecue I've ever eaten. And I'm typically a one and only guy. So I don't know if yours is going to be that good, but I'm telling you, last year, that's all I can speak about. It was that good.
Well, look at Hill right there in the flats. I got a little hole. That's all right. Nern trying to give him a little extra room, and I like the play because they still think we're going to run the ball. We got to make them. We want them to still keep them honest. I think we bought 6 last year, Britton. I can't remember.
6.
Or this year or last year it was 6, and I'll tell you. My wife will tell you, it was nice to have them. And I don't know that we ate maybe one. So family came in town, or we gave someone, someone sick, or someone had a baby. A gift, just a
good idea. You're a giver. It's a good idea.
Well, my wife's a giver.
We both outkicked our coverage.
Oh, yes.
Just stick with the metaphors.
We did.
Well, Heather, is she the chairman of the chairwoman?
She's the chairwoman of the PTF.
What is she? The chair of the PTF.
All right, Pennington, Caden Hill, bottom of your screen. Austin Hill, fullback. Greenwood, tailback. Going to give McMeans a rest. Boy, Greenwood out to the south side. Turns on his speed, turns the corner, gets out of bounds, gets to about the 23-yard line. I didn't see a cramp that time. Got some fluids in him, got a little extra gasoline. Turned on the burners.
That's what they make Gatorade for.
Man, so nice to have just to get to the outside like that.
Well, it's just so nice to have a speed threat like that on the outside.
Greenwood, a sophomore.
That makes that really holds those DNs and those outside linebackers because they know if he bounces it, he gone.
You can't pinch it. You can't pinch down because Lucas fullback, Greenwood again tailback. Looks like we couldn't quite get the snap.
Well, we had time.
Yeah, we moved.
Legal procedure.
Everybody kind of went.
I like having Chris Williams in the box. Chris gives me the calls. This is good.
He gives us some what's the word? Cred.
Cred.
Some cred, street cred.
Field cred.
Yeah.
Field cred.
Box
cred.
Yeah, it gives us some press box credit.
Man, I'm going to have to come up with some jokes. This is bad.
No, you're good. It's only the first game.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I think you're good. Well, Greenwood, nice cut inside.
That's going to be a hold. Not much to work with there. It's got to be a hold.
Yeah, let's see what happened. I mean, I don't know if we pulled on that side. Let's see.
All right, this series
not
as productive as the previous ones.
Well, we were. Nice run by Greenwood, kind of going backwards here these last couple of plays.
Well, you're right. Good start to the series.
Let's don't get complacent. Let's keep trying to score. One more score. There's no way at one more score.
We had a Sean Wilkins State Farm first down. I missed it.
We did.
Call Sean Wilkins, 388-4944. Just get a quote. If you hadn't had a quote in a while, get a quote. It doesn't cost you anything to get a quote. Quotes are free. In fact, every quote that you get from State Farm that you tell them you heard it here, the school will get $10.
Well, Ben Lucas out of the backfield. Boy, he looks good. Face mask.
Ooh, looks like a horse collar.
Well, they did. Get him from the back of the helmet.
He must be the same guy working the clock.
Ben Lucas, 27, sophomore, so gotten in some pretty substantial playing time tonight at fullback. Big, strong sophomore. Britton, I don't know what the count is or if they would know, but it's a great crowd on hand tonight. I mean, our side's packed. The fence line's packed.
Earlier, the deck was packed. What do they call that?
I'm not sure what they call it.
The Ortho Memphis deck?
Maybe. Alumni gathering.
Well, there is a lot of excitement on this campus. Start of a new year.
3rd and 7, going to Gagnon deep. Wow, touchdown! Carson Gagnon hit him in stride. Nice throw and catch. Jacob Hatcher put that on the money. That looked like we'll call that a 28-yard, 29-yard pass and catch. Hatcher to Gagnon. That's going to put it up 29-0, 9:24 to go. Britton, we just said one more score, and that's CPA they'll start cranking the buses up.
Well, they'll be throwing the balls, what they'll be doing.
Stuckey puts it on Macon Road for the extra point, 30-0.
That's a Benny James touchdown. Call Darren Wilkes, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, appliance. I've already told you I've gotten the new ceiling fan put in. I've gotten a new dishwasher put in. I've got a new hot water heater put in, a new furnace, and a new AC unit, all in this calendar year from one provider. One call does it all.
Man.
Darren Wilkes, ECS graduate.
Thanks, Darren. Well, I didn't know what to expect. I've seen the 3 scrimmages, Britton. I'm not sure if you've seen that. You probably saw some of those on film, but one thing I know now is that what we were showing in those 3 scrimmages was like the middle school playbook. I mean, this right here is a totally different ball team, and that was an advantage we've had. Coach Adams being his first year, they didn't, they assumed we would run the same offense. They didn't know mostly the same offense. I'll say there have been some wrinkles tonight that we have not seen.
Well, Coach Adams talked about the scrimmages that he really wasn't showing what he was going to run, and as you said, and he didn't. So apparently, I've been informed by one Kenan Vaughn that place is called the Eagle's Nest.
The Eagle's Nest, man.
I like it.
I like that.
Why didn't we think of that? Like that never occurred to me.
No.
The Eagle's Nest.
No, I'm not like that.
But
I'm not
Eagle's
gifted
Nest,
that way.
it's pretty common. The Eagle's Nest, pretty common.
Whatever side of the brain that is, mine
That's
doesn't
not
work
my
like that.
side.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes I don't feel like I have either side working.
That was a Tim Wilson Compliance Associates kickoff by Evan Stuckey that went all the way into the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Another touchback.
CPA with the ball back on the 20-yard line, heading north.
That's 3 out of 4 touchbacks on the night, is it not?
Law back in at quarterback. Hartsuff wraps him up. Gets him to the ground. Well, good penetration by the defensive line. Pennington going to come in.
Nowhere to go on that run.
I'm surprised they even ran it.
I don't understand.
But 30-0. I think, needless to say, they're shocked. They didn't think they would get shut out to this point. Maybe they may score. There's 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. But to this point, Chris Williams just pointing out they're kind of taking their time, I guess, to the point that, they can't score 30 in 8 minutes. That's going to be a pick by Austin Hill right there. Well, we've seen that twice last year.
I'm going to say that's the nail.
That is it. Man, look at that. Huge. Look at Coach Holmes down there giving him some love. That's his man, outside linebacker coach.
Got to love it when your players deliver.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun as
Fired
a
up for Coach Holmes.
And you got to hate it when they don't. I've been on the receiving end of both of those.
All right, we're going to got Bennett Brady in the game now. We're going to kind of get some new faces in there. Keep a few old ones in. Timeout ECS.
All right, that's a Strategic Financial Group timeout. Bill Edwards, Chandler Gagnon, Barrett Jones, and Hamp Holcomb. ECS, longtime ECS dad. Bunch of kids go through here. Now Bill's got kids here. Chandler and Barrett, no doubt, will eventually. No rush, fellas. Chandler's already got some little ones on the ground. I've been informed that the Eagle's Nest is actually not the official name of it. It's just that was something that Kenan just threw out there, like he's nominating that as the name.
Okay.
So, but I was convinced. That was, why not? Yeah, I feel good about his chances on that.
I do too.
I want to move over there.
I tell you what's nice is they've got some. Listen, we could do pregame or postgame from there. Postgame.
We could, but then we'd have to walk all the way over back to here.
Well, we can work it out. Remote. We'll be remote.
You know what? We walk right past the concession stand where the grill team. CPA didn't fall for that one.
Brady's going to hand the ball off
to Tucker White.
Yeah, Tucker White didn't have a lot of room.
So we start out at the Eagle's Nest. That's what we're calling it. Unless they tell us they need to call it something else, then we'll change. But then we roll right past the concession stand. We hit the restroom. We hit the box. Call it a night.
That's right. We make it do a post game. Have everyone in the stands on the field over there. Post game talk to the coach as well as the players.
That'd be fun.
Up on the deck. Second down and 12. Lost 2 on that. Unwind into fullback. Handoff left side. Boy, nice cut by White. Number 21, Chris Weissman in at receiver. Chris back in uniform this year. Took last year off. Nice to have him.
Yeah, glad he's back. Right at 7 minutes on the clock remaining here in the fourth. Second down and 12. Nope. We've got third down and 8. It was second and 12.
I'm looking at Luke Pleben 53. Boy, he's really put on some weight and muscle and mass this year. He's played well tonight.
Boy, if he's anything like his brother Max,
he's right there.
Max is the Terminator.
Handoff, number 17. It's got room around the left corner. I believe that's Zach Baker, sophomore. That'll be a first down, Eagles. That'll be a State Farm first down.
Sean Wilkins, State Farm, first down. Call for a quote.
I don't believe they're going to measure that.
Yeah,
they are. Okay.
We left the banner up again.
We did?
On the computer.
Okay.
Sorry at home.
I thought I shifted that over.
We left the banner up. This is some complicated equipment. Clayton is doing the play-by-play and working the computer.
Somebody's got to do it.
And I just sit over here and try to make jokes.
But, hey, that's the easy part. Camera, that's not easy.
We got good work tonight.
Mike Stoker's in the house with us.
Good work, Michael.
He's not even sweating over here. He's young.
He is a tad bit younger than us.
For those of you at home who may not know Chris Williams, you may have known him when he was on staff at the University of Arkansas. If you didn't know him there, you knew him on staff at Mississippi State University in their sports information department. So,
is he the kind of guy that has a boss hog day?
He did. He had a boss hog day. He's really a Mississippi State fan, but he
had a boss. He did get a paycheck from the boss.
His boss was a hog, so therefore
right.
he was a hog fan.
Hog day. Every once in a while, I have a friend that sends me some boss hog quotes from one of the coaches at Arkansas.
Yeah, I know that guy.
And he always says to have a boss hog kind of day.
You know, he's the old Melrose coach.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Yep. I mean, they hired him to recruit Memphis.
Well,
all right, Ladarius Allen, number 7, the bottom of your screen. Newhouse fullback. Zach Baker, he'll get turned around real quick. Doesn't make it. That'll be changeover on downs. That'll be CPA ball on the, we'll call it the 16-yard line. 5:39 to go. Boy, really excited, really happy for Coach Adams. First game as head coach. Boy, I tell you what, he has put some time into this night.
Yes,
I mean,
has. I heard that he spent about 3 nights in a row up till 1 a.m. You know, he's also the advancement director. So no pressure. You got to win football games, and you got to be able to raise money.
Yeah. What's harder, in bed at 1 a.m. or up at 4 a.m.?
I'm not interested in either one of them.
Well, that's what he's been doing. So, boy, nice tackle.
Good form
Tucker
tackle.
White. It was Tucker White. Nice tackle, Tucker. Boy, nice, just wrapped him up.
Good form tackle.
So, yeah, really excited for Coach Adams and his staff. Boy, just can't wait to get a post-game interview with him.
All right, so let's see who some of those new guys, younger guys we've got in. Tucker White.
Tucker White, Caden Hill, safety. Logan Arnwine's middle linebacker. Ben Lucas, middle linebacker. Barnett, your Adam Wichtem, 58, left tackle. Boy, nice. Lucas got out there to get a tackle on him. Actually, that was not Lucas. That
Joey
was
Hayworth.
Number 23.
Joey Hayworth.
Joey Hayworth on the tackle.
But Joey reached out and
Griffin Garrison.
Tripped him up, and somebody else cleaned him up. Was that Griffin?
Garrison's going to be the number 18, top of the field outside linebacker.
Zach Baker in at safety.
Boy, great tackle. Ben Lucas came up and put a pop on him from that middle position. Lucas played a nice game tonight, Britton.
He has. Both sides of the football.
Caught a pass out of the backfield for a nice pickup. Several tackles. Played actually more offense than defense, but
I feel like he's playing really aggressive.
4:17 and counting.
Well, tough with CPA losing so many. How many players did you say they lost?
31.
31
that's
seniors?
Yeah, I mean, that's from their athletic director. Told me that today.
31. Man, that is hard to recover from. Obviously, that was their year last year with that many seniors.
That'd be a first down. He'll pick up 5 on the play. Looked like they were maybe holding Adam Wichtem on that top side. Couldn't quite get out of the reach. Number 50, that's Wichtem.
Is that Barnett at nose? Who's
Barnett's at nose.
Yep. Ladarius Allen at corner down here, the bottom half of your screen.
Wiseman is up at the top, I believe. Yep, at corner.
Good for some of these younger guys to get some game time experience. There's Caden Hill at the other safety.
John Webster, 58 on the tackle. Nice to see John in there. Defensive tackle.
John Webster, John Webster, Adam's brother Rustin. I believe Adam's John's dad.
That's right.
And Adam's brother Rustin used to be the GM of the Titans. And Rustin has a son on CPA's team.
Wow.
So we may have cousins facing off against cousins right now.
You're right.
Got that intel from a friend in Nashville. I don't see any Websters out there right now.
Yeah, this
CPA.
side. Oh, okay.
So it must have been one that graduated last year.
Well, nice play. Wichtem drags him down. Kind of rodeos him down. Number 25, Jacob Welch. Seeing some good playing time. 2:15 and counting. Ball on the 20 of ECS. Love to keep them out of the end zone. All right, I see Jake Vargo in there on the tackle. Arnwine, Webster, Wichtem, and Welch.
Then Clemens running in.
Hopefully offsides. What number is Clemens?
So 56.
Yeah, 56. First year for Clemens to play. Luke Pleben, 53. We'll get those guys out of here. 23, Joey Hayworth. Coach Vogel is going to have a little conversation with him along with Coach Buck. See if we can't keep him out of the end zone and preserve this shutout.
Coach Vogel, a Memphis Tiger.
That's right. Free safety.
Free safety, Memphis Tiger. A little bit younger than me. Quite a bit, actually. Also a great economics teacher. He brought his AP economics class over to Vining Sparks, and Craig Dismuke, our chief economist, also an ECS dad, spent some time with him.
Yeah, I heard you set that up. That was a really nice deal.
I was involved. I wasn't responsible, but I spent a few minutes with him. I can promise you what they got from Craig was more meaningful.
I'm glad there's some smart people out there because
you need people to hang out with?
Yes, that are smart. 1:55 to go. Ball on about the 7. All right, CPA is going to punch it in. With 1:49 to go in the 4th, they get in the end zone.
Well, that's the right call. Put your young guys in.
That's right.
Some
That's
game
right.
time
That's right.
experience.
You don't.
There's no reason to. Nobody cares about whether they scored or not. It's much more valuable to have your young guys get some experience.
I don't know exactly how this is going to play out, but of course we're in the Western Division. CPA is in the Middle Division, and there's an Eastern Division as well. So we could play these guys again in the playoffs. This game will mean nothing as far as our Western Division rankings, but it will mean something going in as far as our playoff rankings, our seeding. All right, he missed that. That's going to be only 6.
Well, Clayton, BGA comes into the preseason as the preseason favorite this year. Guess who the second-ranked team was?
BGA was preseason favorite.
Yeah.
Second, CPA number 2.
Guess who number 3 was?
I don't know. Your Eagles?
Give you a hint.
Okay.
Pretty close to home.
Eagles Nest.
The Eagles Nest. That was preseason rankings. How they know, I have no idea. But how you could take a team that has lost 30 seniors and still expect them to be the second-ranked team, I don't know how you could do that.
Yeah, they didn't make it good. That's
Bad intel.
That's like the SEC.
Yeah.
Bad intel. Yeah.
Bad research at the high school.
Well, going to be a night to celebrate this victory by the Eagles. We'll invite you. You're welcome to join us. Britton and I usually win or lose. We're at Sonic. So if you're not afraid to eat ice cream at 10 o'clock at night.
Which clearly I am not.
No.
Anybody that knows me knows
Mr. Wilkins is not.
I'll eat ice cream at 10 a.m. I mean, it doesn't matter.
It's like Tucker White's going to feel that. Try to get outside with some speed.
Not going to happen.
Nice contain. A little extracurricular activity there.
Well, I got to give Coach Adams a lot of credit and his staff. You know, these coaches stayed together. Jonas left, went to Nashville. Certainly understandable going home. And then Coach Adams stepped up, and Mr. Brady gave him the nod. And this whole staff stayed together. I think that says a lot.
And Britain, let's don't forget, in 3 months he's done this.
Yeah. That's
so
right.
This wasn't a
late
9-month deal. This is a 3 months. He's put this together in 3 months. That's impressive.
Well, I think it just speaks to the character of the men on his staff, character of the men he's coaching with, and then for them to stick around when he was named head coach tells you what you need to know about Trey Adams. They knew him well, and they said, I want to be on that guy's team.
Couldn't have said it better. All right, 1:05 to go, clock running. Brady, your quarterback. Arnwine, your fullback. Newhouse, your tailback. Hand off to Newhouse. Gets to the outside. Pretty good speed.
You know, Clayton, we've seen a couple of these young guys go for the outside. And part of it is there's just not a good hole. But the other part of it is when you look outside as a running back and you see a lot of green space, it's just really tempting.
That's going to be it. 29 and counting. Play clock at 30, so we will not get any more plays off. Your Eagles on top, 30-6 at Legends Field. Partner, that's a great opener.
What a great night. Congratulations, Coach Adams and his team. Let me thank our sponsors again.
Let me pop you up here. I'll run through these real quick, Britton.
Sean Wilkins, State Farm. Pediatric Dental Group and Orthodontics. Scott Hauss, Bank 3. Looking for a bank, reach out to Scott. Darren Wilkes at Benny James. Josh Summer Regal at Regal Farm Lab. And Memphis Children's Clinic, Jake Vargo, Dr. Vargo. Sammy Reagan, MSC Commercial Cabinets. And then our friends and strategic financial partners, Hamp Holcomb, Bill Edwards, Chandler Gagnon, Barrett Jones, and then Tim Wilson with Compliance Associates. Thanks to all of our sponsors and for making this possible. So, Clayton, thanks to you for
Michael,
making
appreciate
it possible.
it, buddy. You did awesome, dude. We'll see you next game. Awesome, dude. You're done, dude. Thank you. Have a good night. Britton, I'm going to run down and get some interviews. Hey, I need to get your you got his number? Okay, we're cool. All right. See you, bud.
All right, that'll do it here from Legends Field. Evangelical Christian School Eagles are 1-0 on the season.
I'm going to sign off, get some
30 to
emails.
6.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Clay.
Go Eagles.
30-6 over the CPA Lions from the Nashville area, from Franklin. A great Christian school over there, great heritage, character. Been a partner over the years to ECS. Wish them well and safe travels to them and their fans on the way home. Night was filled with solid sportsmanship. So thanks to those of you who tuned in. Please do reach out to our sponsors. Let them know you appreciate it. We will celebrate this victory, and we'll see you next week. Go Eagles.